What's going on, Paisanos? V here, coming at you guys. Welcome to another Market Watch today. Guys, if you don't know, the new rulings are effective immediately. And one of the main new rulings is double sleeving your deck. It's a big game changer. It actually says a lot by Konami without really saying much directly to us. And let me explain in this video. Guys, new channel, please make sure to hit the subscribe button, like button, and comment down below. Comment question of the day. What are you gonna be double sleeving? Are you doing everything? Your main deck, side deck, extra deck? Are you gonna be only doing your extra deck? I really feel like unless you have cards like Starlight Rares in your deck, you ideally only want to do your extra deck. That's the way I feel about it. Unless you have a lot of money in the main deck, there's almost no need to do it. But people are gonna be doing it anyway because why not? And then realizing this is annoying. I hate doing this, and more than likely just double sleeve the extra deck. That's what, from my opinion. If you guys played Goats, you would definitely know what I'm talking about already. Double sleeving your entire deck is a pain, but it is fun, and it's fun trying something new in this game. And that's what this game is all about: always trying something new, always challenging yourself. And trust me, when you double sleeve your entire deck, it's definitely challenging after a while. Paisanos, I will say, this changes a lot of things. Number one, Starlight Rares. The main reason we saw a lot of value in the secondary market for Starlight Rares, specifically extra deck monsters like Appaloosa Bodegas and IP Masquerena, well, it's because they're in your extra deck. You're not going to be playing with it as much. You're not going to be shuffling those cards as much, so they're going to last a lot longer as far as their value. With double sleeving, that might change. Main deck cards like Lightning Storm, Triple Tactics Talents, any of the other ones, Dogmatic Ecclesia, now you could double sleeve them, adding an extra layer of security and comfort to those cards. And I think that's really important in keeping those cards out of good condition. Meaning that double sleeving for the main deck, well, it might make sense in certain circumstances, like as in the case of playing, once again, Starlight Rare, Lightning Storm, or Triple Tactics Talents or Ecclesia. Then again, the secret version of these cards are relatively expensive, so it kind of does make sense in that weird way. I will say for anybody out there that is looking to go ahead and get Starlight Rares, they're going to be adding more and more and more. And if you don't have yours yet, it's not a big deal. Hopefully you get some in the future. And with the release of Phantom Rage, we've seen a lot of these Starlight Rares, a lot of Starlight Rares just tank in value. So there's opportunity to go ahead and grab some. Now, this also says to me, just me personally, I think looking at these rulings, something that Konami would never do. All these years, they would never do it, but because we only have right now physical events in the form of remote duels, they are doing it. And I think that's the reason why we're seeing this whole ruling come out. I think it's going to be changed and modified to only be the extra deck, but who knows? But I will say, by having this ruling now, if you are looking to do remote duels, having more sleeves on your card, the second layer of sleeves, does make it so your cards last longer. Your sleeves last longer. And by that proxy, by that sense, you can play the game more on the same kind of set of sleeves. So that is a huge deal. And something that YGOPaisano has been wanting for a very long time. But yeah, going back into it and looking at Starlight Rares, let's do a common question of the day. If you could pick one Starlight Rare, which would it be and why? Right now, I'm really eyeing Lightning Storm. I'm sorry, not Lightning Storm. Triple Tactics Talents. I think this is a great Starlight Rare with a $415 market price. Its value is roughly around $380 to $390. I think that is a really cheap price for the Starlight Rare. And yeah, I kind of want it, and I think I'm going to be getting it soon. Looking at the other ones, I mean, there are a lot of great ones in here. You have, once again, Lightning Storm, Appaloosa, IP Masquerena, I guess Effect Validity Curl, I guess they have Ultimate Rares, and I personally like them way better. In fact, if Triple Tactics Talents has an Ultimate Rare, I would have went for that over the Starlight Rare. That's how much I like Ultimate Rares. Other cards, once again, Alpha Master Beast, Ghost Morning Moon Chill. It's a lot of great cards in here in this form, and I feel like this is the highest rarity in the game. But it's the highest rated because we put it at that rarity. It's the highest rated because this is how much people are willing to pay for it. And trust me, we are willing to pay for these cards. Up next, guys, Maximum Gold. Now, this is not a dig at Maximum Gold. This is only to tell you guys that Maximum Gold is kind of starting to settle. And I think that's something that's really important. I think Elder the Golden Water, which last night was like around 11, still roughly around 12, is just hovering. Ultimately, the settle price of this card would be roughly around $6. As for some Joyous Spring, we don't know its settle price. It could be $8 to $9. Nibiru is actually trying to sell at roughly around $7 as well. I mean, everything's trying to settle, but everything's still to have taken a huge hit from its original debut price point. I mean, Infinite Pyramids was roughly around $21 to $22. The market price is still showing it at $21. The card, is roughly around $18. Harpy's Feather is roughly around $11. The card right now is roughly around $6. And we're seeing a lot of cards really find a new stabilization price point in which it's going to hold for a while. I don't think it's going to hold for long in the case of El de Gold alone. I do think this card's going to be going down before we even see it kind of move up. But this is what's happening right now with Maximum Gold. Basically, Maximum Gold's a great set to buy for singles, as a lot of sets are a great set to buy for singles. Buying a bunch of cases, not really the best idea. In fact, if you want to buy something sealed and hold on to it, you shouldn't really be looking at Maximum Gold, because looking at previous history of gold sets, they're not really good to hold on to sealed. They're terrible. A set like Dragons of Legends is a better sealed set. I talked about this before in my previous market watches, but the reason why is because it speaks to a more broader audience, specifically the collectors market, which loves anything from the TV show. And looking at Dragons of Legends, you see Toon Chaos reprints, Dark Witch Girl, the Dragon Knight, the Waifu reprint, there's Harpy reprint, there's Jinzo, a new Harpy printing, there's Jinzo Leia, a great new debut of this card, as well as the Harpy card, as well as the Time Wizard of Tomorrow card. I mean, this set screams, hold on to me, I will be worth a lot of money in the future, specifically towards collectors, but casuals will also like a lot of cards in the set. Now, you can, of course, go ahead and buy these cards individually. I mean, they're relatively inexpensive. Time Wizard's $1.45. Jinzo's barely $2. Cyber Slash Harpy is about $4. And Dark Witch Girl, the good one's $9, but the rest of them are up around $4. There's a lot of good value in this set that's going to be exploding in the future. And not necessarily because of competitive players, but necessarily because of collectors and of course, casuals as well. So, this is a sealed set you want to focus on. Do not focus on this. You will only lose money. We don't have to look any further than the previous gold rare sets. The only one that's the exception, I'll say it once, and I'll say it again, for the millionth time, is the one that had Ghost Gold Rare, the Haunted Mine. And the only reason that set is valuable because of Ghost Gold Rares, which is more Ghost than Gold Rare. After you pass that, the next expensive card in that set is what? Formless Synchros, like $2 to $3. No, it's terrible. It's horrible value. This is great value because it has the potential to rise up higher in value in the future for the collectors. Next, Abyss Dweller. Now, Abyss Dweller Ultimate Rare at an OTS Storm Pack 13 with a $60 market price is super low right now. It's roughly around $53. And in this format, this card is basically useless. Nobody really cares about this card right now. But in a slower mid-range format, this card reigns supreme. I mean, I'm dead serious. I think a lot of people, if you don't have yours, this is a phenomenal time to buy it. Nobody's looking at it right now. I think Abyss Dweller is a huge buy for the future. And I definitely think this card has potential to go way higher than what it currently is in the market. Deep Sea Diva used to be $90. In fact, the market price shows it to be roughly around $91 for the Total Pack Booster 4. With the Super Rare reprint recently coming out of OTS pack, looking at Deep Sea Diva right now is roughly around $60. I'm telling you right now, I want to place this card, but you gotta do it right. I feel like there's something that a lot of you players get excited about is the hype of something. Like, don't get me wrong, I bought Max Already Mermails minus Deep Sea Diva, and I really want this card badly, but knowing the fact that this card's gonna be going down in value with the reprint of the Super Rare, it's just good to wait. And I feel like a lot of times when there are max rarity cards, like right now people are really excited about Elix because the Golden reprint, Golden Boy is going down in price, trying to sell it up around $46. It's a good time to buy that card right now. But can it go down lower? Yeah, it most certainly can. So you really gotta wait and see when you can go in and grab the card at a good price point. And we're gonna wait on that. But I do think Elder Gold is gonna continue to go down even more so in value. Skull Guardians are rare from Tournament Pack 2. It's old rare with a $95 market price. You can buy it right now, $191. Skull Guardian. It's just really hard to find and really old. Tournament Pack 2 cards, you just don't come around them any cards of those kind of that caliber any time of the day. You also have Tournament Pack 1 cards like Patrol Robo, which is roughly, I mean, you have two listings. You have a TP3 rare version of the card, which is 71 cents, and this is roughly around $2 to $3, which, I mean, this is a good card too. It's a good collectible card, is what I'm trying to point at. And of course, you got the super rare Tournament Pack 1 version of Patrol Robo with a $66 market price. It's roughly, I mean, there's a $63 listing, and then it goes up to $73, then a $92, then roughly around $150 for a Patrol Robo. Why? Because it's from TP1. It's a very OTP set. I think it was definitely the first, actually, because it had Mechanical Chaser, which at the time, and a monster with 1850 attack was mind-blowing. It really was, actually. And a bunch of other great cards in this set. Corragar Hercules, wow. This is one everybody wanted to have. This was like the equivalent of the old school flex back in the day. You didn't play it. No. It was just hung in your binder. but it looked good in your binder. Of course, you have Axe Raider, everyone knows that from the TV show, but realistically, the card you play in the meta was Mechanical Chaser. And to be honest with you, it's a good card. I kind of want it if it wasn't $2,000. I mean, this is Spanish one listed, but $2,000. If it was still back to be where it was used to be $100, this is a great card for any collector that's looking to grab this card. Nibiru Department being Ultimate Rare at an OTS Tournament Pack 14 is going down in value. The current market price of the card is $96, with the listing of the card being roughly around $85. Well, yeah, of course. I mean, we always talked about this, and we also talked about the settle price of Nibiru being roughly around $80. I do think it's heading towards that settle price. Can it go any lower? Yeah, it definitely will. In fact, I'm banking on it. But it's going to settle for a while, roughly around $80. So don't be surprised when it does. This card originally, when it first came out, not too long ago, was $120. Every month, you'll see a chunk of it get ripped away. And within a couple of weeks of seeing another chunk of this card getting ripped away. I will say, as we enter a mid-range format, this card might not see as much play, but it's still a phenomenal card. Then let's talk about Toon Chaos, specifically the Collector's Rares, which everyone kind of forgot about. And I'll tell you this right now. Unless the highest rarity version of the card is Collector's Rares, in the case of Cypher Gear Gamma, a majority of the other cards are going down in value. We talked the other day about Potted Eyes and how the Ultimate Rare is actually surpassing, and at this point, by the way, has surpassed the Collector's Rares, even first edition. But looking at other cards, like, let's say Stardust Dragon, at a Toon Chaos with a $104 market price, the unlimiteds are roughly around $84, and if you want a first edition version of Collector's Rare Stars Dragon, it's roughly around $200. Now, you might go, V, that's a lot of money, and yeah, I guess so, but when you factor in the fact that the Ghost Rare version of Stars Dragon blows us out the water, like it's not even there, yeah, this is not the highest rarity. None of these are for the most part, the highest rarity, period. I mean, Can't Separate Dragon has an Ultimate Rare version. Black Clover Soldier original print is still the best version, but these are high valued versions. What makes these so unique is the fact that Toon Chaos is relatively new in the scope of Yu-Gi-Oh! Ghost Rare Stars Dragon is owed, IOC BLS is definitely owed, Ultimate Rare Can't Separate Dragon as well as original print Secret Rare Can't Separate Emperor Dragon is insanely owed, so this is a relatively new set with still relatively good value, and that's why I like about Toon Chaos and the Collector's Rares in general. In fact, looking at Cypher Gear Gamma, it sees meta play, and it's the highest rarity version of it. Once again, it's Ultra Rare, and there's Collector's Rares. This card is money. I mean, with a $94 market price, you can get the Unlimiteds roughly around $93. But if you want a official version of Gamma, you're going to be paying roughly around $150 a copy. You need 3 of these. So I do think that Toon Chaos, as far as Collector's Rares, does have good cards, but you also got to realize the fact that a lot of these cards aren't the best versions as far as the collector's cards. This set is, the Collector's Rares is meant for collectors, hence the name Collector's Rares, and there is some meta-relevant cards in there, like Cypher Gear Gamma. I think another card that's great, once again, I'll say it again, is Chaos Space is an insanely good card, and looking at Toon Chaos is one of the very few sets I think is a blockbuster. Think about it. This set yells at every player. If you're a collector, obviously you want these top 3 cards. You need it for your collection. If you are a competitive Yu-Gi-Oh player, well, Max Rarity Gamma's right there. You want a Max Rarity Gear Free, you're looking to play for your Nobles. If you're an average Yu-Gi-Oh player, doesn't want to play Max Rarity, no big deal. You're still going to get your Renard, you're still going to get your Gear Freed. If you are a casual, well, the set is Toon Chaos. 2 things casuals love, Toons and Chaos cards. This set screams at everybody, and everybody just runs this set because it's such a good set. Now, we're going to be getting Genesis Impact soon. This set has a bunch of new cards, once again, just like Toon Chaos did, and it has Collector's Rares, just like Toon Chaos did. Alright, so, why I'm about to tell you this set is going to flop in value-wise. Well, I don't even know anything in this set, by the way. I just want to really emphasize that. I have zero idea what's in this set. Something about anime idols, that might be the new waifu attacks. I don't know. But the reason why this set is going to flop in value, and not like, it's not going to be like every card's a nickel, but it's nowhere near going to be the same kind of crazy high value that we've seen in Toon Chaos. Well, one example of this is because everyone now knows if a set is Collector's Rares, it's a good set to buy. I mean, we don't need to go far to look at Phantom Rage and see it's so low in value, but look at Rise of the Duelist and see it's so high in value. Why is that? Well, because by the time Rise of the Duelist, Yu-Gi-Oh players realize, wait a minute. The new rule now is, if it's a core set, it's going to have Starlight Rares. If it's going to have Starlight Rares, I want it. Is it a core set that's good? Yeah. It has Zeus, it has Alpha, it has Scales. It's a good core set. Okay, then let me get a ton of it. If it has Starlight Rares, I'll probably be good, right? But then again, you look at Phantom Rage, and let me show you real quickly in case anyone doesn't 100% know at this point, but you look at Phantom Rage, and the value is insanely low. The highest priced card in Phantom Rage is Zeus, being barely $49. After that's Alpha the Master Beast at $38. This is the two highest expensive secret rares out of your set. You flipped it over to looking at Rise of the Duelist. Man, you got Forbidden Droplet, you got your Protector's Talents. Those cards are more splashable, henceforth the reason is so much more expensive. Also, because not many hands were on that set as many hands were on Phantom Rage. So that's two big factors. Also could be Konami showing the set early to YouTubers who then promote it, and then you get pre-sale prices done early. And when pre-sale prices get early, OTS stores throw these on the market for a crazy high premium, right? Alpha the Master Beast, that card was insanely expensive. And then when the card finally comes out on debut day, everybody gets all their cases and then further list their cards, and it just tanks in value. I mean, if there was a graph of this card set, it'd be super sad to look at. But looking at just its impact, I think everyone can realize the fact that Toon Chaos was such a good set that everyone more than likely is going to be buying just its impact. It's a great set still, and there's probably going to be a lot of great cards in this set. But the reason why it's not going to have as much value, one, because man, Konami really milked the iconic cow in Toon Chaos. I mean, they really milked this. They said Toon and Chaos, and we're like, oh, cool. And they go, oh, by the way, collectors are going to love you. They'll love this set. A lot, actually. And they went BLS. Who's a good collector's card? Star Striker. What else we got? Castle Dragon? Boom, put that bad boy in there. Let's throw a pause line as part of Extravagance. The two most crazy spell cards we've seen in this game in a very long while. Well, besides Show Protected Talents and Forbidden Droplet, we already got that done, fam. Gamma? Let's put Gamma in here. Let's put Immortal Phoenix Gear Freed, because we're gonna know Infernobles is gonna be good. Like, Konami went ham on this set. Bad collector's rares? We got you, bro. Toon Bookmark, Chaos Status, Toon Harpy Lady. And by the way, these are bad collector's rares, but they still sold. Why? Because collectors want these still. They don't care about whatever. They still buy these. That's why they hold good value still. Once again, going to Genesis Impact, I think that we're still going to see that. I think the collector's part of the set will definitely sell very well. And if I had to guess, will probably be the highest priced cards in the set, just like we saw in Toon Chaos. The reason I'm saying Genesis Impact might be a lot lower is because everybody now knows that Collector's Rares is a good set, so they're going to buy a ton of it up. And then when it comes out, you're going to see the crazy high pre-sale prices. And then on debut day, that is going to tank down low in value. Unless we see one card come out in this set. If we saw a collector's rare version of Max C in Genesis Impact, that means there's also going to be an ultra rare version of Max C, which is going to be great for everybody. Think about it. Even a rare version of Max C, in the case of if we saw the rare version of, well, Gamma. Gamma had collector's rares, and then Gamma also had the rare version. Looking at Max C, if it was to be in Genesis Impact, if it was to be in Genesis Impact, we'd also have a rare version, which means it's easier to get. Why is that important? Because it sets us up for the ban list, which comes out, oh, this comes out 12/4, ban list, it comes out no sooner than 12/15. It kind of like works together almost perfectly. If there's a rare version of Max C, that means everybody can have Max C. Everyone can play Max C. A collector rare version of Max C would probably initially at first be higher than the ultimate rare Max C, but then as we saw with the rest of the cards in Toon Chaos, will ultimately go lower. And this would be the highest version. Just throwing it out there in case my fellow YGOPaisanos want to know what's good. This is still the highest version, but when you first look at Genesis Impact, the collector rare will be highest and then be the lowest. Just throwing it out there in case anyone's confused. That's exactly what's going to happen. But that could be an option. That could be another reason why this set could sell really well. I think it's going to sell really well because it has a bunch of collector's cards in it, and it's going to sell really well because a lot of distributors, store owners, as well as backpack vendors and, you know, home vendors are going to be opening, sorting, and selling these packs. But I do think the set is not going to sell as well in the Yu-Gi-Oh players going to the stores and Walmart. Maybe initially, sure, but that's going to die really fast. Ask anybody about Phantom Rage, they'll tell you. So, let's talk about Shonen Jump magazine promos. These are very unique, and these are unique for a couple of reasons. Number one, it has these gorgeous alternate art cards like Dark Magician and Blood Dragon, which are signed by the creator of the game. You see a signature at the bottom right of each one. That's nice, and that's why, well, the top cards in Shonen Jump magazine promos are these cards because that's a signature. It looks really gorgeous, actually. This is my favorite Dark Magician, by the way. That's number one. Number two, you can't get these anymore. And once again, back to the old rarity motto, if it's hard for you to get, I want times 3. That's what's ultimately going to happen as far as Shonen Jump magazine promos. The only caveat to that is, well, if there's a better version, a higher rarity version, I don't care about this. I don't care if they don't make this anymore. If there's a high-rated version, that's what I'm going to go for. One of the first cards that screams out to me right now is Elemental Hero Strauss out of the Shonen Jump magazine promos. For the longest while, this was the highest valued card. Of course it was, because it was the highest rarity version of the card. Also relatively hard to get still. With a $42 market price, the value of this card right now is roughly around $20. It eventually goes up to $25, and then after that $30, sure. But will it really hit it? Probably not. Here's why. Elemental Hero Strauss has the ultimate rare printing. That's the highest rarity printing. That's what all the hero players are going to be going for. This is cool to have. That's who they want to have. And that's a big difference. So, you know, like I said, normally it's really hardest to tell about hero prices. That's something that's just a given in anything. There are also a lot of great cards. I mean, you got artwork with Yugi and Ancient Yugi on the artwork, which is a big deal. And I think that's something that a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players kind of forgot about. And that's why we've seen cards like Yu-Gi-Oh! Friendship and Judgment of Pharaoh be so high in value. This is the third one, by the way. This is the third one. The third one's around here somewhere. But yeah, those three cards are relatively high in value because it has the pictures of the actual character in the cards. Once again, you rarely see that. So, and then of course you got a lot of great cards like Princess Illusion Magician, Ebon Illusion Magician, Resurrection Metal Dragon, which is seeing meta play right now, Ultimate Zulkin, Shooting Quasar. I mean, these cards are not no joke. Number 16 Shockmaster. I'm in a weird position because I was talking on my live stream last night. Once again, if you haven't joined the live stream, make sure to click the notification bell. And if you want to see me on live stream, check me out on Twitch. Links will be down below. But I was talking to everybody and how Shockmaster should not come back. I was like, Shockmaster should never come back. And then I was doing a video with my good buddy, Master Swag King. And we was talking about Shockmaster. And I'm like, yeah, it shouldn't come back. And then we just realized we kind of have a Shockmaster. Unlike Shockmaster, which you still have to set up for. It takes a bit of a while to set up for. We have Shockmaster already. This is Shockmaster. This is an even broken version of Shockmaster. Shockmaster would say, detach. Alright, all you can do is Monster Spell Trap. That's it. You're going to choose one. Your opponent can play the rest. Even though that's pretty cool and crazy still, this card says, detach. Your opponent can't play. That's what this card says. Your opponent can't get over it? Alright, I'm going to do it again. I could do it. I don't care. Like, this card is insane. What? So yeah, even though I think Shockmaster should say ban, we have this card. At 3, we have Numerons, which you just play one card and you go, oh look, here's Shockmaster. But then Shockmaster's the bad boy? No. In fact, if you want my honest opinion, I'm gonna have to choose a heart. I think we should get one Shockmaster and we should get rid of this atrocious pile of garbage. This card is super unhealthy. Not many cards in this game say, alright, I'm gonna do this and you can't play it. Period. Not many cards in the game can do that. S0 should not be around. Technically miscellaneous source by proxy, but don't worry about that. That's for another video. I'm just gonna say, Shockmaster maybe there's some room in this game for Shockmaster. That's what I'm trying to say. Because there's definitely not room in this game for Utopic Zexal. There's zero room for this game for this card. But yeah, I just had like, it was like a revelation where I was like, why? What? Anyway, I'm sorry. Let me continue. I think Pendulums might start seeing play again. I think it's been a while. A Pendulums is being, well, let's be honest, smacked around like a dirty hooker in this format. Like, everyone has been treating Pendulums terribly. It's really rare to see Pendulums do anything in this game. I mean, insanely rare. And I think Pendulums are going to be making a huge comeback. And if that's to be the case, you're going to want to go ahead and grab a couple of Pendulum cards. Number one, a Morphed Sloth. This card's amazing. It is absolutely broken. Now, yes, you can get the super rare Fisted Gadgets, but if you want the secret rare, well, the secret rare's roughly around $1 if you want the unlimited copies. If you want the first version of this card, it's running you about $2 or $3 with shipping. Not too bad. If anyone doesn't know what this card does, the monster effect, it's 2250 attack, by the way. Neither player can special summon a monster from the extra deck, except for Morphage monsters. That's it. Period. That's broken. You go first and you put Sloth on board. Not a lot of decks have outs of that. Not a lot of decks look at that and go, oh, that's fine. That's what I could. They scoop to that. So, yeah, this is another great card. Another good card I really like a lot is Ignister Promise, the Blasting Trigger Slayer. 1, it's ultimate rare. 2, it's a synchro that works for Pendulums. 3, it's a non-targeting effect monster. Everyone kind of forgot about this because Pendulums fell out of the loop. But once again, I do think we're going to start seeing more Pendulums being used in the meta. And if that is to be the case, especially in a slow mid-range meta, this deck, the Pendulums are amazing in that meta. If that's to be the case, well, you're going to want to go ahead and grab your copy of this card. With a $9.50 market price, the unlimited version is roughly around $10. If you want a first edition version, nobody's looking at it right now, it is only $14. From $10 to $14 for an ulti unlimited that actually has a chance to see meta play, that's a big deal. And once again, if you want to still go down the Pendulum rabbit hole, of course, there's Master the Paladin, Ascending Draco Slayer, barely a $7 market price. Unlimited copies are roughly around 6 to 7. First edition copies are roughly around $7. This is another great card. I only wanted each of these cards just in case, because I do feel like pendulums are going to be coming back. The only question is in what form, in what support, I don't know. I just feel like it's been a while since we've seen them see any kind of meta play. And when you think about it, a full game mechanic being away for a while, it's inevitable it's going to come back as a tier 1. The only question is what's going to bring it there. I don't know. I really don't know. But it's inevitable a game mechanic's coming back. Like for a long while, I'm not sure if you guys have been in this game for a while, but fusions weren't used. And then fusions are back. And now fusions are almost a mainstay for a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players. As far as pendulums, I think it'll be the kind of the same situation, which they're not really seeing play, but it doesn't take a lot to make them see play again. And to make them see play at tier 1, not a lot at all, to be honest with you. Elixir of the Black Awakening is not going down. With a $23 market price, the value technically is roughly around $22. And they're quickly $23, by the way. What? And then you have Curse Elden. This card was like $5, $6, remember? And even that was like high prices. The new value of this card is roughly around $9. Yeah. Listen, guys, if you want to play in the Paisano Holiday Classic, please make sure to check out me. Hop on Discord. There's a ton of information about it. There's I think over $1,000 in prizing. It's absolutely insane. It goes to a good cause, to the No Hungry Kids. It goes directly there. It's awesome, and there's a ton, like I said, a ton of great prize support. This has been run by 2 of my mods, and they're great mods on my Discord, and I definitely think you guys should check them out. As far as going on Discord, if you have any questions, like I said, they'll answer it 24/7. They're good like that. They're crazy like that. And it's a great tournament. I think a lot of people are going to really enjoy this. I'm going to be probably live streaming this event as it's happening. I'm not playing it, just live streaming it, and I think it's something good. We have a goal of $160, and I definitely think we could easily break that goal. Listen, Paisanos, I really appreciate you guys watching my videos. Please make sure to hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Hit the like button, comment down below, share this video. It's your boy V, and you Paisanos have a great day.